Hello Stanley, here is your sewer scope video from today's inspection. That's the main sewer stack clean out access point that I pointed out earlier. Relatively easy access, good. We're starting out in cast iron, metal pipe. Typical buildup here in the beginning stages, normal stuff. I wouldn't say that it's excessive at all. It actually looks fairly good. You've got a clean out, another clean out, an exterior clean out coming up. If you look top left, I take a better picture of that on the return trip. But that's an exterior clean out. And then here's our transition over to clay. Just about 24 feet, and we're switching over to vitrified clay pipe. Really good. No roots growing in. Everything looks fairly good. I don't see any cracks. Typical offsets. You know, the pipes don't quite line up properly at some of the connections. That just happens because of directional changes in the pipe. Normal, it's not impeding the flow of anything. Didn't slow my camera down at all, so I'm not concerned with that. Normally in our area, we start out in cast iron like we did here. We switch over to clay like we did here, but then you're switching back to cast iron, which is not normal. It's not necessarily a defect. You may have been cast iron all the way out at some point in the history of the property, and then they needed to repair that section, and they did it with clay. Knowing that it's a 130-ish year old house, and you know this could have been done back in the 40s or the 50s. We don't know. Typical corrosion, buildup, bumpiness on the interior of this section, normal. This is the city connection. This is where we drop into the city pipe. If you'll notice, that's a crack, but I believe that is the city. That's the city main line. I'll drop in here briefly just to get a quick look, just to see. That's the water, a little bit of water flow right there. So since we've got a whether it's a church park or a big city field on one side and what looks like a vacant house on the other side, there's not a lot of water flow going right there, but distance-wise that makes sense, knowing how close the house is to the streets. Again, that would likely be the city's issue. You can double check that with the Department of Public Works if you want to share the video with them and have them look into it. From my perspective, I'm fairly confident that it is not on your side of the pipe, your responsibility-wise. All in all, everything looks really good. Please read through the reports for any recommendations. Reach out to me if you have questions. I'm always happy to be available. I'll keep the camera rolling here if you want to watch the return trip as well.